Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I can't believe that nurse, Janice, wound up telling the doctor what Sasha told her. Like, she literally was not there telling her that she was being abused by that doctor. And instead of reporting him or anything like that you would do that would be ethical or just human, you go and you tell the abuser that, the victim practically told on you. What a POS. I also can't believe that Gladys is able to convince Nina to not tell Sunny. Now, granted, she wasn't there mostly talking about how, she was protecting her own skin. Sunny's going to sit there and, send me back or something worse. And I'm like, first of all, bro, stop with the something worse thing, okay? The only reason why she's probably still breathing and not, in the situation, the only reason why she would still be breathing in a situation is because of Brando. That's literally it. So Sonny wouldn't actually kill Gladys. I don't care what anyone says. Sonny would not sit there and kill Gladys. Okay? He would just send her packing, and that will be that. Sonny, what it really comes down to, and this I would sit there and say it's probably just more poor writing. Because Nina was just like, okay, yeah, Sonny has a lot to worry about, and yada, yada, yada. But you're going to sit there and give Gladys money? You don't even... Gladys didn't even sit there and tell her who this doctor's name was. Okay? She literally was sitting there saying that she was going to use Sasha's money to get out of her gambling debt. But you're going to give this woman a boatload of money on a premise that Sasha is going to be okay after the doctor frees her? Do you know nothing about how extortion works? Because he could just always sit there and ask her for more money. It's just so frustrating to sit there and watch this scene play out because you're just like, yeah. Now, when Cody was there trying to convince the doctor to put him in Fernclough, I felt like the best way to sit there and sell a lie is with a hint of truth. Okay? I felt like after a while, like past the stories of him walking in traffic and him walking on ledges and things like that, there was a certain point where it did start to get real for him. And he did wind up getting sent to Fernclough. So Sam was able to sit there and help him out. Also, help herself by getting invited to these poker matches by the doctor after spilling coffee on him. So, see what that's going to be about. Now, Selena, after talking to Sonny about the Savoy and trying to get his help on convincing Marshall to keep the Savoy open and keep the poker games going, Sonny was like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it, and I don't want you doing anything other. She wound up calling Gladys and be like, yo, listen, I want my money, and I want it now. So, she's going to get that money one way or the other. She's going to get that money one way or the other. And it's nice to sit there and see her actually act like a mob boss for once and not being talked to like, how practically the whole town practically talks to her, including Sonny. Because let's be honest, if this was Faith Roscoe, Faith wouldn't let Sonny talk to her like that. Faith would not let her talk to Sonny like that. And granted, today wasn't that bad, but there's something about that just bothers me, the way he talks to her. Like it just makes me want Sonny to sit there and get a couple of pegs knocked down. Like, and I'm a Sonny fan, but so Lucy and a lawyer and Jackson go to this whole court trial thing. This whole preliminary thing. And, well, the judge is like, this is going to go to trial in 6 months. And this is really bad for Lucy because they can't sell Deceptor. That's literally their quote unquote cash cow. But to be honest, let's just be real for a minute. If you only had one product that was making that much money, then your business is not really as good as you think it is. And it's all hinging on that one thing. Otherwise, her business is going to go under. Yeah, not exactly a good business plan. But Tracy's like, hey, listen, I got a solution for you. I'll take 75%, and then you don't have to sit there and go through a trial and bad PR and stuff like that. You don't have to sit there and go through that stuff. Now afterwards, Maxie realizes that the only way that this can possibly go to trial is if they actually had enough evidence, and she realizes that Brooklyn was the one that sold them out. Now, of course, Lucy isn't there thinking that's not what Brooklyn would do unless Tracy has something over them. But it doesn't really matter at this point because, well, the damage is already done. All Brooklyn kept wound up doing is just kept giving Tracy dirty looks. That's not actually going to do anything. And in all reality, she needs to sit there and be more mad at herself than Tracy because if she just would have told the truth. Well, Tracy wouldn't have got her hands on that info. That's the bottom line. So as mad as she is at Tracy, she needs to be more mad at herself for that. Sonny finds out from Dante that Sasha isn't doing too well. Now I'm not gonna lie, the beginning of the conversation seemed pretty stupid. Dante was like, "Oh, so you want to sit there and tell me what you and Selena was talking about?" First of all, Sonny's not gonna sit there and talk to you about his business, right? You know that. That's number one. And I feel like Dante doesn't want to know. So what was even the point of even actually having that discussion in the beginning? But I gotta say, I gotta give props to GH because for a hot minute, Sam really didn't have a storyline, but they were actually getting her to do stuff though between the stuff with Cody and her getting invited into the poker games and stuff like that. They're actually giving Sam something to do. So props to GH for that. Nothing else. Hmm, I don't know. Feel like that's actually about it. I really can't think of anything else that wound up happening. But a couple of things. So, two announcements I made yesterday night, last night, but I'll sit there and make them again. So, one, I'm gonna sit there and try to do next Tuesday. I'm gonna sit there and make a format to start having some subscribers come on with me to have guests or whatever come on the live stream on Tuesday. Come in, maybe like 10 minutes, whatever. People will sit there and talk about what they liked about the soap, what they didn't like about the soap. Um, Make a format and stuff like that, a couple of rules and stuff just to kind of make sure everything runs smoothly. But that's going to be going on next Tuesday. So, yes, next Tuesday, I'm going to sit there and try to start getting subscribers to come on the channel, sit there and talk about some of the stuff that they like about the soaps, and just kind of discuss some stuff. So that's number one. Number two, and this is for members. If you're not a member, definitely join because this Sunday I'm gonna be doing a collab with a very special guest. This person, yeah, you don't know who this person is, so there's no point in sitting there guessing. But it's going to be one hell of a show. So that's going to be on Sunday. And if you're not a member, definitely join because you don't want to sit there and miss this conversation. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. But if I did miss anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, YNR, Days, GH, and of course, B&B. And with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you next video or live stream.